These folks in the Circle City, they love their Colts, and they have packed the house tonight as we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Tonight we start Week 14 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Indianapolis Colts. Of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now a stoppage. And it looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. This defense for the Vikings, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Hopkins. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he is going to have a Colts first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. The Colts at 5-7 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
To throw on 2nd down. Hopkins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
A part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A fairly short kick from the 14. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Ready.
Off play action. Hopkins. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Hopkins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And look, you're down 7-0 in the first quarter. You know it's not a time to panic or feel like you've got to get those points back right away. But how about their conviction and taking that chance to throw the ball deep right there, knowing they can hit on plays like this? I'll bet that won't be the last time we see him take a deep shot in this game.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Yeah, and that throw traveling an even 64 yards in the air. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Hopkins. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Cousins. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Play fake. Cousins. Going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Minnesota. 44 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Throwing is Cousins. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send him back to the drawing board.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might well go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. John Ross. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Vikings 14, Colts nothing.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Taken from about the 12. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, 3 completions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Hopkins. He's going to go up top again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Haven't been a corner that's worth his salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It's taken to the 26. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Colts nothing.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And now here's a carry heading left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 67 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field. And they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Cousins now. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings take a 3-touchdown lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0.
Vikings 21, Colts nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball. And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Here we go.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Red, sniper. Ready?
Looking to throw. Hopkins. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Hopkins. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Let's go now.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Cut it. Black shot. Red, green. Yellow. Red.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. So on 4th down, a big-time completion, and the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
They'll run on 1st down. Wiggins, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Colts are able to cut into that deficit. Joey Sly on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Next to score, Vikings 21, Colts 7. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later, hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game. Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 39. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make this.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Colts 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man.
A loss of 12 brings up 3rd down.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Set hunt. Hey, cross field. Green back. Smash, red. Blue, black. Red, yellow. Dog, red.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Now that one hurts defensively. They forced him to the 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. Someone, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Cousins now after the fumble recovery. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. On the move past the 40. Big strides. Look at him go. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Vikings are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Zerline connects on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half.
Colts 7.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to... A good one as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Blue strike. Yo, blue. Go red. Steel black.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Here we go. Here we go.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Check mega. Red cycle. Strike. White. Yellow. Go. Black shot. Red green.
To throw again. Hopkins. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Let's go now. Left. Green. Yellow. 6. 7.
Out of the gun now on third down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Cousins. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From just shy of midfield, Cousins. Throws right side, and that's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. From the red zone now, Cousins. And he wisely will throw that one away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Hey, no, he's easy.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Here's Cousins. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And the Colts are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
43 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On first down, Hopkins. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
These are the situations that really test a defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On second down and 4, Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5. That's a whale of a game. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Vikings have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Now, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Okay.
Thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
Blue striking. Ready.
Off the play fake. Hopkins. Campbell making the catch. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Ready.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Go ultra. Yo blue.
Off play action. Hopkins fighting his safety valve here. That's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down.
Red 52. Field flat. Red cycle. Right, white. Black shot. Field green.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Good route here.
Now Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Vikings will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he returns this to the 22.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now a give right side. Wiggins. They won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing, Cousins. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play, 5,000 yards is not totally out of the realm of possibility. The way he is playing, I think he's going to get there.
114 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
First. Here we go.
To throw is Cousins. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Touchdown, Vikings! A great effort there. With touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Vikings are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Hopkins throwing the out route and complete. That's Campbell. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Again, he'll drop to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll try the left side. Wiggins, it's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
And they'll run again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there with his second touchdown of the night.
And the Colts get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for two here. They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And some room to roam now. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
145 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Colts 12-yard line.
Now they'll run it on the toss. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Black, black.
They go play action. Cousins. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, it's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Zerline connects on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Peterson.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 7-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Cousins here to throw. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for him to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you can always get the backups some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.